Your first look at high school football scores and highlights. This is First Down Friday Night with the WZDX Sports Team. Sponsored by Zaxby's.
Hey, good evening, everyone. We've been having so much fun on First Down Friday Night that I'm just realizing that we've reached the halfway point of the high school football season. I'm Mo Carr, and I'm solo in the dolo tonight inside the studio. We've got a great show in store for you, but before we get into these highlights, let's check in with our very own Charity Chambers, who's out in the Shoals area for the varsity game of the night.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Stadium as two of the area's largest schools went head-to-head. Florence taking on Muscle Shoals. Both of these teams with dual-threat quarterbacks. All have highlights coming up.
All right, everyone, we've got a lot of games in store for you tonight to check out. And, of course, don't forget, we've got our scrolling ticker at the bottom. But let's start the night off with a battle of private schools right here in the city of Huntsville. Westminster Christian and Randolph coming in after impressive wins in week 4, but man, you got to remember last year Westminster Christian had that big win over Randolph. Wildcats up 14-12. Jackson Billing drawn in across the middle to Sam Shepard for a touchdown. Wildcats extend their lead to 21-12. Now, after a 3-and-out by Randolph, Westminster was back in business once again. Billings connecting this time to Evan Shepard, and the guy who's wearing my high school number 26. You know he's got to make some good plays like this one, getting it down into Randolph territory, but disaster would strike on the next play. Billings' pass is tipped and intercepted by Carter Wimberly, and the guy with a good first name that should be a last name is going back 30 yards for a good position for Randolph. Now the Raiders attack Westminster with their rushing attack, and they decide to go with Nick Strong, and you gotta love a guy whose last name is Strong because he can pick up big yardage and run over defenders like that right there. Let's go to the final play of the half. Harrison Weedington lining up for a field goal, but it is blocked by the Wildcats. Time runs out, and Westminster took a 21-12 lead into the break. Let's check out your final score in this one as Westminster will go on to win by a final score of 44-20. Now, next week, Westminster will take on Phil Campbell, while Randolph, they'll go head-to-head with DAR. A big battle in Athens tonight as East Limestone hosted the Athens Golden Eagles. Now, this series is very close. Golden Eagles with a slight edge. Third play from scrimmage for the Golden Eagles. Brandon Gross wastes no time running away from defenders and takes it to the house for a touchdown. But the extra point was no good, so Athens is only up 6-0. The Athens defense coming in and doing a great job against East Limestone's offense as you know, right here you've got Kerry Scott with the big stop. Then it is Derek Davis trying to bounce it outside, but big number 87, Rush Boyett, says no way, not today. So East Limestone is forced to punt. So Athens on the next series. Julius McBarry scrambles 28 yards, bouncing it outside, sets up first and goal. And look, if you're going to work that hard, why don't you just reward yourself? So it's Mayberry taking it in to the end zone for the touchdown. Athens now up 13-0. Let's fast forward to the latter part of the first quarter. The run option apparently backfires for the Golden Eagles. The ball slips out of Jordan Scott's hands and into the hands of Derek Davis for East Limestone. He would recover. On the 3 plays later, East Limestone, they would get on the board, cutting Athens' lead down to 6 at that point. But let's check out your final score in this one. Athens goes on to win by a final score of 42-21. Next week, Athens will take on Coleman, while East Limestone, they will take on AHSAA. Homecoming for Mae Jemison. They played host to Paul Bryant tonight at Lewis Cruz Stadium. Picked things up in the first quarter with the ETV game of the week. Clazarius Tanner takes the handoff and runs away from everybody for the 50-yard score, 7-0 Jaguars. But back come the guys from out of the Tuscaloosa area, Paul Bryant High School, and they've got their quarterback, Josh Hinton. He will hand it, actually the quarterback hands it off to Josh Hinton, who punches it in, making it 7-7. Let's go to the second half now. Mae Jemison, they are trying to knock on the door. They will get the ball over to Christian Wimberly, which we'll be seeing coming up in just a few moments. All right, there we go. Second half action now. Christian Wimberly finds a hole and finds pay dirt for a score. That makes it 13-7. Now, as we fast forward to 1 minute to go in this game, this was a wild one. Jemison up 21-16. All they need is a defensive stop. However, they were not able to do this against Paul Bryant, as their quarterback would actually His name is Tajavian Edwards. He would find a hole in the Jaguars' defense, and look, this is under a minute to go. Jordan Evans is his receiver, and Evans breaks 2 tackles and makes a house call, everybody. And that's your ball game, everyone. Mae Jemison loses a heartbreaker tonight on homecoming night by a final score of 24-21. Next week, the Jaguars will take on Buckhorn. How about the game across town at Milton Frank Stadium? Columbia taking on Huntsville. Now, the Panthers, they were already up 7-0 when our cameras got there. And Columbia, they've got the ball. Their quarterback, Lucas Witt, steps back to pass and throws the pass down the seam, but it is intercepted by Briggs Rehome. So the Panthers are in business with great field position. So here comes Preston Hedden, their quarterback. He steps back to pass, going to work, and finds Jackson Wentz in the flats and making it look easy for the score. That makes it 14-0 Huntsville at that point. Things continue to be tough for Columbia as Witt will fumble the snap, and Will Stogner will come in and recover for the Panthers, and they've got great field position once again. And you know Huntsville will find a way to cash in. This time they find a way to get the ball to Carlos Corbin, which is coming up right now, and Corbin finds the end zone right here to make it 21-0. Let's check out your final score from Milton Frank Stadium as Huntsville goes on to win by a final of 63-0. Next week, Huntsville will take on Florence, while Columbia, they'll take on Hartselle. All right, everyone, it's social media time. Check me out at Mo Carter WZDX, at Kayla WZDX, who's actually off tonight covering college football over the weekend. And, of course, we got our very own Charity Chambers. She's at Charity WZDX. Send us a tweet. We may read it out later on the show right here on the air. Speaking of Charity, Charity was out in the Shoals area tonight for a big game between Muscle Shoals and Florence. We've got the varsity game of the night coming up next.
Big truck accidents in the U.S. are increasing. I'm attorney Alexander Shannar, and for over 23 years, I have helped 18-wheeler accident victims recover millions of dollars. If you've been in an accident, I'm here for you. Call me, Alabama.
Tiger Walk, often imitated, never duplicated, where thousands come together, their passion and pride uniting into one mighty roar. We are Auburn. And you are in for a fight. Ford has a tradition too, building the best-selling truck 42 years straight. Now get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $1,500 trade assist cash on all 2019 F-150s.
Good news, it's back.
Frosted tips?
Absurdly large shoulder pads?
Saying talk to the hand?
No, the Sensation's back at Zaxby's.
Dude.
The Zensation Salad is back, and introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette, both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal, only at Zaxby's.
Hey, North Alabama.
It's time to get you approved with the King of Credit, American Car Center.
We want to approve you for a low-mileage, late-model, pre-owned vehicle for just $500 today.
$500 down today?
Stop by today and you'll get a limited powertrain warranty and oil changes for up to 3 years.
Now that's a deal. We're in the approval business, so come see us today and get that yes you've been looking for.
Visit us at AmericanCarCenter.com or come see us at one of over 60 locations because the King of Credit wants to approve you today.
Great cars, great deals, and that's a promise.
It's a summer blowout sale at RocketCityNow.com. Get your 2019 Valley Golf Tour card for only $54. One low price to play 15 incredible courses in the Tennessee Valley. Visit RocketCityNow.com to purchase the 2019 Valley Golf Tour card today.
Need more sports? Check out 97.7 The Zone.
Now back to the action on First Down Friday night.
Welcome back, everyone. On our debut episode of First Down Friday Night this year, we were in the Shoals area for some jamboree action at Mars Hills, along with a big game for the Florence Falcons. Well, 5 weeks later, we're back in the same exact spot, but this time the games out there are between some intense rivals. Our very own Charity Chambers joins us live from the show. Actually, she's inside of Brawley Stadium with some great action tonight from the gridiron. Did you enjoy yourself tonight, Charity?
Oh yeah, I did. A little hot, but I mean, what is to expect that football season? You know it's going to be a great turnout when you have two of the area's largest schools going head-to-head, and that's exactly what we had here tonight at Brawley Stadium. Florence taking on Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals going into this game undefeated and ranked number 2 in Class 6A, so of course you know that was going to be a battle, but we also had another good battle down the road. Mars Hill taking on Brooks. Let's go ahead and roll those highlights. The top-ranked team in Class 1A, Mars Hill, taking on the number 6 team in Class 4A, Brooks. Mars Hill from the very beginning coming out hot. On the kickoff, Peyton Higgins back to field it. He gets a couple of good blocks, finds the hole, and he is off to the races. Look at him go. He turns on the Jets before eventually being brought down. Not to worry, though, because a few plays later, Justice McDaniels takes the handoff, runs it in for the score. Panthers go for 2 and get it in, so they go up 8-0. Mars Hill showing out on defense too. The Lions' Carson Daniel with the ball, but he is sacked by Jake McCluskey. Very next play, Daniel is once again sacked, this time by Harold McCluskey. A few offside penalties, though, allows Brooks to get into the red zone, but it's 4th and goal. Daniel rolls to his right, passes it in the end zone, and it would be caught, but the ref says he is out of bounds. A huge stop for the Panthers here. Let's take a look at the final score. And just down the road, our game of the night, the Florence Falcons taking on the Muscle Shoals Trojans. Trojans with a 13-0 lead in the second quarter, and they would add to it as James Stoddard kicks the field goal. It's up, and it's good. Muscle Shoals now leads 16-0. Falcons unable to get anything going on offense, so Trojans with the ball again. 2nd and 20, Logan Smothers rolls to his right, and he is met by a bunch of Falcons. Looks like he's going to be taken down, but no, he's not called a dual threat quarterback for nothing. Smothers showing off his legs. He gets the first down and some. A few plays later, Trojans with the trickery, the double reverse to Sharon Hicks. He hits the outside, picks up some good yardage before being taken down. That would set them up for this. Smothers showing off his arm. He connects with Nicholas Griffith in the end zone for the score. Going into the half, Trojans lead 23-0. Now Muscle Shoals would end up going on, cruising to victory with a final score of 29-10. So they remain undefeated. Next week they'll be taking on Decatur, while Florence will be taking on Huntsville. A really great game here tonight at Brawley Stadium.
Now, Charity, look, you got a chance to check out a lot of great rivalries so far this year, including that Bob Jones and James Clemens. So when you look at Bob Jones, James Clemens versus Florence and Muscle Shoals, who had the better showing?
Oh, I got to say, that's a tough one. I would say maybe Bob Jones, James Clemens, but I got to say, I was barely led in the gate, so maybe here. I don't know. I barely had room to park, so maybe it was here. I don't know, just a really great turnout. I even had the Florence athletic director come up to me and say, this is a huge game, and we know you have the two areas' largest school coming together. So, of course, as soon as the Muscle Shoals team walked in, you had the Florence fans booing. So, all in all, a great rivalry, of course. So, it was a really good time out here tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, Charity. Have a safe trip back to Huntsville and also to your destination tomorrow for college football. Now, coming up next, we have more action on First Down Friday night. When we return, we'll take a look at some action from the 4A, 5A, and 6A ranks. Plus, we'll check out a game from last night as well. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When our daughter Dina was born 18 years ago, we weren't thinking much about the future, but Mandy at Avadian Credit Union was. She's the one that helped us set up a savings plan for college. Today, we got a card from Avadian celebrating Dina's high school graduation. And thanks to that plan, she'll be the first person in our family to go to college. Mandy made us feel special, and that's what we love about Avadian.
You see workers for a construction company whose employees are covered by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. But what you don't see is how Blue Cross listens and provides its members with one-to-one assistance and answers. Or how Blue Cross's free online services, apps, and tools, like their symptom checker, make it easy to get information and assistance when needed. Or how Blue Cross makes finding a doctor simple, even when you're out of state. What you do see is a team handling another tough job. Blue Cross works hard behind the scenes to cover what matters.
Don't settle for just any exercise equipment. Visit Huntsville Fitness Equipment. Find today's technology and innovation packed into the highest quality fitness equipment ready for the home. Find the best equipment to get you the results you are looking for. Get the most out of your cardio with the newest features on ellipticals, bikes, treadmills, and more. Wide selection of weights, benches, and trainers to build maximum strength. And always try it before you buy it. Huntsville Fitness Equipment, South Parkway in the Rosie Shopping Center.
At Wholesale Jewelry, we offer a huge selection of certified diamonds, gold and platinum jewelry, including rings, chains, bracelets, earrings, and a huge selection of birthstones. Our service department is equipped with state-of-the-art instruments, including a laser welder for on-the-spot repairs. Our master jeweler, Brian, has over 25 years experience in the industry. He can solder chains, replace stones, size rings, and so much more.
Big store.
Little prices.
Hey, and repairs too.
Now through Monday only. Stop, look, then shop Rooms to Go and pick from 100 beautiful rooms under $1,000. Don't wait. Furnish your home in your style right now with beautiful living rooms under $1,000, dining rooms under $1,000, bedrooms under $1,000, 100 great rooms under $1,000. And check this out. Finance for $20 or less per month, interest-free. That's now through Monday only at Rooms to Go. Don't miss it.
WZDX Sports Extra, Sunday night at 10 only on WZDX. Now back to the action on First Down Friday night.
Welcome back, everyone. You may notice that there were some games that did not have finals on them. As a matter of fact, those games were like in the first and second quarter. Lots of bad weather and lightning in the eastern part of the viewing area, so we actually still have teams that did not even start playing until about 9 o'clock tonight. All right, let's roll on with the show, everyone. It's now time for the Spirit of the Week, a segment where we show our love to the bands and the fans who show up and show out every Friday night. This week's winner goes to the marching band over at Danville High School. Now, the pride of Danville Marching Band is under the direction of Brett Pierce. This year's fall field show is entitled American Nightmare. Some of the songs Danville is performing this year includes Michael Jackson's Thriller, The Sound of Silence, and A Nightmare Before Christmas. The unit has and will be performing at a number of events this year, including the Night of Bands competition down at Brewer. Congrats to the Pride of Danville Band for being named our Spirit of the Week right here on First Down Friday night. Let's get back to the action now. Sparkman look to remain unbeaten on the season. They traveled over to Buckhorn tonight. The Bucks fell to Wetumpka last week. Pick things up in the first quarter, 7-0. Nick Sawyer hands it off to Tavian Rupert. He runs it in and gets them near the goal line. On the next play, Sawyer will hand it off to Rupert, and this time he punches it in to make it 14-0 Senators on top. In the second quarter now, Buckhorn with the ball. Brandon McNeil looks for his man, but he loses the ball, and the Senators will get the turnover just like that. Very next play, Nick Sawyer connects with Cameron Foley, and he is going to run it all the way as he shakes and bakes. Look at the stiff arm right there as he shows the speed, everyone. He gets to the end zone, 21-0 at that point. Let's check out your final score in this one as Sparkman goes on to win by a final of 38-0. Next week, Buckhorn will take on May Jemison, while Sparkman will take on Austin in a big battle for region supremacy in their region. How about New Hope? They off to one of the best starts ever tonight. They travel down to Madison County for a battle with the Tigers. We'll start things off in the third, 35-7. Madison County with the ball. Austin Mill completes it to Quamaine Gamble. And look at him run it all the way into your living room. And he's also going to run it into the end zone. Yep, as he shakes off the tackle right there for the touchdown. That makes it 42-7. Fast forward to the fourth quarter now. New Hope with the ball as the Madison County fans are loving it. And hey, let's Let's show you how they scored the 42nd point right there, everybody. All right, now it's 42-7. Now let's go to the fourth quarter. New Hope with the ball. Dylan Slevich gets the ball and gets the Indians some good yardage here as he breaks a couple of tackles. On the next play, Selvich hands it off to Charlie Furlow, but he loses the ball. Madison County gets the turnover, but nothing comes out of it. Let's check out your final score in this one. Madison County goes on to win by a final 42-7. Next week, County will take on Scottsboro, while New Hope will take on Susan Moore. Let's backtrack to Thursday night. Decatur Heritage taking on Shoals Christian. Of course, Decatur Heritage are trying to remain unbeaten. They've won like 7 regular season games in the row going back to last year. Arthur Orr hands it off to Colton Keith, and look at him. He's got nothing but space and opportunity in front of him as he gets into the end zone for the score. That makes it 7-0. Later on in the first, Decatur Heritage with the ball again. Braden Kyle hands it off to Colton Keith. Keith being patient, follow his blockers, and makes a little shimmy move before he dives forward inside the red zone. Eventually, Kyle will get the ball, and it actually gets some good yardage here, and he gets it over to James Wilson, putting the score now 14-0. Let's go to the second quarter. Decatur Heritage ball. Kyle with the ball once again, just making it look easy right there, and he's patient, following his blockers, and gets knocked out of bounds right there. Eventually, Kyle just calls his own number, running over the defenders, and he won't be denied the end zone in this one. Check out your final score in this battle from last night. Decatur Heritage goes on to win by a final of 52-0. Next week, Heritage will take on Colbert Heights, while Shoals Christian will square off with Phillips. We've got more scores and a couple more games coming your way right here on First Down Friday night. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Don't get hit hard with low trade offers.
Get up to $5,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade at University Kia. New 2019 Kia Rios are just $13,995 or just $199 a month with 0 down payment.
Only at
University Kia.
You didn't come here for this or to waste that. You came here to be this, to do that, to find your passion, your purpose. See, when you get here, you feel it. And when you leave, you take it all with you. This is where you get it becomes I got it. And when you got it, that's when it really gets going. Still following? Good. Because soon you'll be leading. That's why here will take you there. And there is what here is all about. Jacksonville State University. You just know.
The price of gold is the highest it's been in 6 years. If you've ever considered selling your jewelry, now is the time. Now is the time to visit Simon's Jewelers at the corner of Bob Wallace and Jordan Lane.
Attention homeowners. Are you behind on your mortgage payments? Is the bank threatening to take your home? Is your home worth less than you owe? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you need to call this number right now. It won't cost you anything to find out if we can help you. We are the Mortgage Defense Line, and we can help you save your home. Don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-970-8640. That's 1-800-970-8640.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is free, last name is dumb.
Right now, get 0 for 60 plus 1,000 trade assist cash on a 2019 Ford Escape, Edge Explorer, or Expedition. Only at your local Ford dealer.
When you need me, call me 24/7, nights and weekends. Call me, Alabama.
This isn't just a beer, it's a lager. Made from those bold enough to brew it, for those bold enough to drink it. Elevate your taste. Yingling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
Don't get hit hard with low trade offers.
Get up to $5,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Now available, the all-new 2020 Kia Telluride, 8-passenger SUV with touchscreen display, backup warning, and much more.
Only at
University Kia.
Catch my latest pinpoint weather forecast on the go. Download the WZDX weather app today.
Now, more scores and highlights from across the valley on First Down Friday night.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Once again, as I mentioned in the previous block, we had talked about that there are some scores that you're seeing that are like at halftime or in the third quarter. Once again, there was some very bad weather delays out in the eastern part of our viewing area, especially the Sand Mountain areas. One of those games that was affected was actually Boaz and Albertville. Now, of course, this is the backyard brawl. They've been playing this for 70-plus years. So let's at least show you some early highlights before this game actually went into the weather delay. As a matter of fact, they're meeting for the 79th time all time. Pick things up in the first quarter. Ben Allen is the quarterback for the Aggies. He steps back to pass, and he finds his man, Hayden Mann. Like literally, the guy's last name is Hayden Mann, and he makes a man-type catch right there for the first down. Now, the Aggies would soon have it 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. And look, they are knocking on the door, and Allen calling his own number with a little help. He gets pushed in the end zone for a score. Albertville up 7-0. Now, right after that, Mother Nature decided not to play nicely. There was a weather delay for lots of lightning. Play did not resume in this game until 9:40. And as a matter of fact, they just began the third quarter right now. The backyard brawl is tied at 7 apiece between Albertville and Boaz. Now, we like to acknowledge our Week 4 First Down Friday Night MVP of the week, and it goes to Jackson Billings of Westminster Christian. Now, look, last week, this guy, he scored 7 touchdowns. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In 3 different ways. Now, Jackson's stat line is pretty amazing in itself. 418 total yards and 7 touchdowns. But what makes it even more incredible is the fact that he scored them in those different ways. He passed for 3 touchdowns, ran for 3, and also caught 1. Yeah, that's right. He played quarterback, running back, and even wide receiver in last Friday's game. Westminster head coach Louis LeBlanc says he's just that type of versatile player.
We've had some injuries, and so just trying to move personnel around and see what we could do to get things going. And being as versatile as he is, he's able to slide into multiple spots. And you always hear that people say playmakers make plays, and so it's just a special deal to see him do that, live that out.
I just wanted to help out whatever way I could, whatever we saw on the defense that we could take advantage of. I just wanted to go out and do what I could to the best of my ability. I give a ton of credit to my teammates. My offensive line played great. My defense was awesome. Receivers made a lot of plays. So, I mean, it's a good honor, but I give a ton of credit to my teammates.
Nominations are officially open for First Down Friday Night's MVP of the week for games either last night or tonight. If you think you know an athlete that is deserving of our First Down Friday Night MVP award, of course, you can do this. Send us an email at news@rocketcitynow.com with the player's name, the school, the position, and, of course, the most important thing, the stats from either last night or tonight's game. And, of course, we will introduce that person next week as our newest winner on WZDX. All right, everyone, I want to thank you for joining us here on another edition of First Down Friday Night. If you missed any part of the show, don't worry. You can head over to rocketcitynow.com/sports to check out the replay of it online. We've finished Week 5. Now let's get ready for Week 6. We'll see you next Friday, same place, same time, right here on WZDX. For the whole crew, I want to say thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
You've been watching First Down Friday Night, sponsored by Zaxby's.